The next step is to actually lay out the underground utility system. Productivity tools included with AUD makes it that much easier to complete this project. When I lay out the underground system, I'll take full advantages of the panel and ribbons at the top of the screen. These are the most commonly ordered facilities, including overhead and underground design features, anything I require for analysis, and the material ordering. So the first step, I will place a riser on the individual takeoff pole, move into the underground subdivision, and begin laying out underground facilities. Taking advantage of the ribbon, I have a pad mount transformer that I'll place. Notice that it's not indicating any specific size or type. That will be solved for me automatically later on. As I place and rotate the facility, I can go ahead then identify individual services with conduit that I'll place between the transformer and the building corners. Also note that when I touch my underground service to the individual transformer, the tooltip will actually identify what I'm connected to. In this case, the actual transformer. Very important as I'm establishing the actual connectivity for the electrical model between the transformer and the electric conductor. Next, I'll place an underground secondary pedestal adjacent to the lots to the left. Once I place that pedestal or secondary handhole, I can go ahead and place the secondary conductor and conduit between that transformer and the secondary pedestal. Again, I choose conduit with secondary, not having to worry about the size of the cable to be installed, because AUD within the model will dictate that appropriate size depending on the load. I can use one of the tools and then simply offset to the property line in this case so that the secondary line is drawn properly. Then I'll go ahead and complete the individual underground services to each residence. Also notice that the little green arrows dictate that pulling tensions have also been run within the model. And then finally I'll go ahead and include the last lot, and I can come down adjacent to the street and directly in. And this allows AUD then to dictate the individual sweep radius of that conduit into that house. And then finally I need to connect my transformer to the primary in the street. So I'll go ahead and connect to the primary, jump out to the street, and then using the drafting tools offset automatically to the property line out to the street, pick up the adjacent property line from the GIS data that I imported, come up the street to the area of the pole, and then come straight into the riser material set on the pole. AUD has now identified both the cable and the conduit for all the secondaries and the primary in this area. The same process continues on to the adjacent houses to the right of the transformer, where I again place a secondary pedestal or handhole and bring in individual services to those house corners. And then finally I bring in the secondary and conduit, again taking advantage of the drafting tools that automatically offset even to a arc or radius for this individual property line, and snaps right into that secondary pedestal.